Hey, Dr. Amy Vaughn here. Today I want to talk about belief systems. So belief systems are thoughts that we think often enough that we start to believe are generally true. And when we believe something is generally true, we often look for evidence to confirm this thing that we believe, and then we dismiss evidence that goes against our belief systems. Or we see those things like as exceptions to the rule, like, yeah, I guess that can be true, but generally speaking, it's not. So belief systems generally aren't always a bad thing, right? But sometimes they can be. Sometimes we can start believing some things about ourselves and about the world that are not very nice and not very kind, and they impact our ability to live our best lives. So I'm going to share with you some belief systems that I've heard from clients, friends, family, things I've thought myself. And, these things can be from ages elementary school to your great-grandparents. Nobody is immune from harmful belief systems. The problem is that when we adopt belief systems like these and we say that they are generally true, then it can often impact our ability to try to go out and put ourselves out there and to try to experience new things, to embrace challenges, to bounce back when things don't go well, to experience connection, to be vulnerable, to build new relationships, to let people in to the deepest level of ourselves. So one thing that somebody told me a long time ago was that you don't have to believe everything that you think. So just because you think it doesn't mean that it's true or always true. So what I often ask my clients to do is to really pay attention to the things that you think to yourself and about yourself. If you notice that you're not feeling very fantastic, then let's retrace the steps. What happened before that? What did you think about that situation or yourself in that situation? And then to go a step further, we start investigating what is the evidence that this thing that you believe is true. And evidence is not just saying, well, just because I think it or just because I feel this way, it must be true. No, not good enough. You have to do court of law evidence. So you tell me the facts of why this thing is true. But you also have to tell me the facts of why this thing is not true. When has this not happened? When has this not been the case? When have you experienced connection? When have people cared about you? When have you experienced success? So we want to create a balanced view of ourselves about the world. And sometimes we need some help doing that. So maybe it's bringing in a third party, bringing in a friend and saying, hey, here's this thing that I notice I say to myself a lot. And it's really keeping me from doing my best work, from experiencing connection, from trying new things, from really putting myself out there. And so I want to do some investigative work, and I need somebody who is unbiased, who's going to, say, yes, these are the times where this is true, and these are the times where it's not, to help us get a realistic view of these belief systems. If we've practiced believing the same thing, if I've thought I was a failure my whole life, it's going to be pretty hard work to convince myself that that may not actually be true and that it's worth going out and trying. If I have experienced or believed that I am unworthy of love and it's impacted my ability to experience connection, so maybe I've tried not to experience connection, or I've kept people at arm's length my whole life because I know that I'm not worthy of love, therefore why let people in, because they're just going to hurt me. So that belief system has been reinforced. It can be really hard work to undo that. But just because it's hard doesn't mean it's not doable. So I encourage you, if you notice that you're struggling, if you're noticing that, man, I really would like to do things differently. I would really like to experience these feelings. I would really like to try something new. Look at those belief systems. Look at how you view yourself, how you view the world, how you view connection, and see if you're happy with that. And if you're not, then look at ways to make changes. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment below and I'll do my best to answer it.